Hello everyone, and welcome to another Division 2 video. In today's video we're going to be talking about 10 things I wish I knew, planned for, or frankly just was aware of before going into the summit this past week. Summit is a new PvE game mode from the Division 2. It's offering a lot of replayability with a cool, challenging, new experience within the Division 2. It's sure to put even the toughest and best teams to the test, and with these 10 tips and tricks, you'll be good to go from the moment you enter level 1. So without further ado, let's get right into the tips. Tip number 1 is the fact that it's just a great way to level. If you're looking to get levels for either the season or to watch quickly, the summit is the place to go. With the constant objectives being thrown at you on every single level, plus the amount of enemies that you are seeing, it's a great way to level up your watch. In our run from level 1 to level 100, I went up over 30 levels in the season and my watch alone in just doing this game mode. That's one of the fastest ways to level up I have seen, and I suggest doing this for any player who's looking to get fast levels for their watch. Tip number 2 is to loot everything. Whether it's gear, ammo, or medkits, loot everything that's on the ground that you can. Ammo and medkits are key to success as you move up into the higher difficulties. Gear can be deconstructed for quick, easy ceramics, electronics, and other part farmings. And you can, or if you need money, all the gear can be sold at every 10th level at a sell station. It's a very fast way to get resources and money quickly. Tip number 3 is to go along with tip number 2, and that's don't open the generic loot boxes on the levels until you're into the higher difficulties. As you can see on the screen just now, we went in to open that. I'm on an early level, but it's showing that I already opened it. The generic loot boxes are there for the day. They don't reset until the following day, and if you've opened them on a lower level, they will remain open on the higher levels. So don't open them until you get to the higher levels, as the higher levels will grant you better loot from these boxes and more chances for something you want to keep and not just deconstruct or sell. Tip number 4 is that DPS isn't everything. Bring a wide array of builds to the summit. As you can see in the video now, we're using a status effect build and lighting everything on fire that moves. Jump was also using True Patriot, which allowed the rest of the team to be buffed with the Vanguard, as well as the True Patriot buffs, and then myself, Raider, running DPS. In the higher levels, we switched to Healer and moved away from a skill build or a status effect build, while we increased our Vanguard tank build to over 2 million armor. Bring a variety of builds with you and use them accordingly. DPS is not the only thing to bring to the summit. Tip number 5 is to check for exotic components. I was under the impression that we'd get a blueprint at the end for the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. In order to get that blueprint, you need to have gathered 5 exotic components from all different difficulties within the summit before the blueprint will be given to you at the completion of floor 100. So make sure as you're climbing through the levels to check for the exotic component parts that are in the stashes before each elevator. The elevators are stationed at 3rd, 6th, and 9th floor, and just before that elevator there will be a room with a loot box, as you can see on screen shortly. The key will have dropped in between each 3rd level, so either on 1, 2, or 3, or 22, 21, 20, you get the point. You'll hear a key noise, and make sure you find and seek out that key. As you can see in the footage right now, we're going to go in. The elevator was just to our right. Coming in, here's our loot box, and we're going to go look for our exotic components. I did not get one there, so it's on to the elevator into the higher floors. Tip number 6 is to focus ads first on the shade box objective floors. As you can see on screen now, this is a shade box objective floor, but we are early floor level here. So we push right in and we go for the shade box hack in order to bring it onto our side. They are extremely helpful on these early floors in helping you control ads, but as you just saw, the ads are spawning right on top of us, and they're very close and there's not much cover. When you get into the higher difficulties, into heroic and legendary, that becomes extremely hard to manage. So, when you get to these levels in the higher floors, make sure to kill all of the ads first. This will allow you to take the objective with no ads being spawned on top of you. It goes very quickly, and you can move on to the next floor. You only have to manage one thing at a time, ads, and then doing the box, and then you're done. Easy.
Spawning behind us, in the circle, Nice.
Tip number 7 is that the pulse is your friend. Always bring a pulse into the summit. Whether you're pulsing down attack dogs, or pulsing down drones, or simply, just like you saw right there, using the pulse to stagger your enemies. The pulse is one of your best tools in completing the summit, and you will thank the pulse guy every single time he saves your life. Tip number 8 is to remember ammo box locations. Ammo box locations are crucial to success when you get to the higher floors. When you get to the higher floors, directives start being added for difficulty. One of those directives is called ammo hoarders. When you get ammo hoarders, your ammo is cut in half and you do not get ammo drops from NPCs. So remembering these ammo box locations is a key to success, as you can, during the fight or after, you can go back and replenish your ammo. Along with this, I would highly suggest bringing one type of gun in your bag with you into the summit, as if you run out of ammo in your primary weapons that you enjoy, you can switch to something like a Bullet King that regenerates ammo on contact. This is very helpful in making sure that you are able to stay in the fight and you don't run out of ammo.
Right on us.
Tip number 9, and this becomes crucial in the higher levels, is that bigs are priority, and bring crossbows with you. As you can see in the gameplay right now, we're getting pushed by a big on this objective, and we need the crossbow to go into him. Raider has our crossbow, and he's aiming on him right now. We'll see we get the crossbow in, his shields are cracked, and he's able to go down very quickly before he gets too close to us. This is a key to success.
We're working ads now.
Tip number 10 is to move as a team. Moving as a team is the key to success and can be the difference between completing a floor and wiping. Also, as with moving a team, is to evaluate the room and know what you're getting into. As you can see in the gameplay right here, we're doing just that. We know that our next room consists of drones. We all switch to a pulse, and we're going to move as a team through the room, coordinating our pulses in order to take down the drones. We're on level 98 here, and this floor would have been extremely difficult if we would not have had the pulses lined up and ready to go. We're going to get in here. We're going to move quickly from objective to objective and killing the drones with our pulses and timing them effectively. This helps us clear this level very quickly and move on to floor 99 and the soon coming checkpoint. I thought I'd throw a little bonus in here. I've seen in our gameplay as well as others that the game will often give you an advantage, and that advantage, just like Obi-Wan Kenobi says, is the high ground. Make sure you use the high ground when it's given to you. In the gameplay, you see we get the low ground here, and we can't, and it's very difficult for us as there's people shooting down on us and shooting from above. In the next room, we get the high ground, and we're able to shoot down and control the room very quickly and very efficiently. This allows us to stay safe, and no one gets into trouble. If the game gives you the high ground, stay at the high ground, use it to your advantage, clear the room, and then move on. But that's going to do it for today's video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for more content from myself. Put in the comments below, what are you most enjoying about the summit? I'd love to hear what you guys think of it and how you guys are preparing yourselves for the difficulty levels and seeing what you guys can accomplish. Thank you all so much for your continued support, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.